Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And as you can see, I've got my right-hand man here with me again tonight. Mike, glad to have you over.
Good to be over again.
Yeah, it's always nice to have you. Got to have somebody that knows a little bit what's going on. You didn't bring a bait, you didn't bring a fishing rod, you didn't bring a fishing report. But you're ready.
I'm ready. Dad said you'd forget anything anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that explains it then. That explains it. Okay, folks. Anyway, we got a lot going on tonight. Got some good film. Got some film down there at the crappie tournament there at Kingston Saturday, and got some fishing film Wesley and I shot last week that we didn't get to show, and it's great. Want to say hello to Dad and to Bill and Polly Nichols. Talked to Polly a little bit ago. She went back to the doctor yesterday or today I think it was, and she's doing good. And so Bill and I got a lot of fishing catch up on, Mike.
Yeah, it just takes one trip.
Just the one trip? Yeah. All right. Bill, you heard that, didn't you? Anyway, I want to say hello to those folks and that kind of thing. But we do have a lot of announcements we're going to make here in a little bit. Also, let me fill you in on the free fishing trip. Holly Davidson had the winning ticket. She put that ticket in there for her husband and her son, and which was okay with me. She wanted to know, can I give it away? I said, well, it's yours to do with whatever. And she said, well, I want my son and my husband to have that. And I said, hey, that's fine with me. So anyway, Corey and her husband and Will, Will's playing ball. So we're having a hard time picking out, Mike, when a good time to take the trip is. And it may be a little later than what I'd hoped. This depends on when the ball season's over and that kind of thing. But we're communicating. Matter of fact, I talked to her just a few minutes ago again, and I think of something. I have to call her right back. But anyway, I was going to have them over here tonight and give them their shirts, but it's a ball game, and I said, hey, I know how that is, and don't think nothing about that, because a lot of people that's watching the show, I hope, have been to the ball field with their kids and have back home by now, and then some still there. So, that's a family thing. We got to take care of that first. So, when they get freed up, I'm gonna have them over here on the show with me and that kind of thing. So, but we got some film, and we're going to show the. I think it's April the 6th. Wesley and I on Watch Bar, and we'll show that first, and then we'll come back and talk about that. Maybe Mike can give us some tips. Mike, I want you to watch this close, on the replay here, so that you can give us some tips on what you think is going on.
Okay.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on it real close.
Yeah. and then, make sure you remind me about the filming that I done down there I think it's Monday?
Yeah.
Monday, okay. I believe it was Monday when I was on. Yeah, I got rained out at work. Anyway, I'm embarrassed to tell you about that, but remember the sponsors, folks. We're still having some technical difficulties here at the station and on running the sponsor ads across the bottom of the screen, but they are working on it, trying to get the problem corrected, and we sure hope that happens real soon. But we will be going to a break here a little bit later on, show the sponsors, and remember those folks. You got to support them. So we're going to go to the film, Mike.
All right, let's look at it.
All right.
Well, we finally got the first fish today. Of the day here. He's got it on a rattle trap again. Oh yeah. Good fish right there.
Yeah. Oh, line slipped out of my hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good keeper fish.
Yeah, it's a good 3-pounder or better.
Yeah. Give me your flowers, bud. be in here this. Oh,
He wasn't in there 5 foot of water.
no. Man, them is some hooks on that plug right there. I'm telling you. Them is some hooks.
Fine. Look at his gills.
It's not his gills, but it's not far from it. And what happened there? Oh, I'm telling you, Wes, that fish is hooked. There it comes. Oh, yeah. Now they're about to get it. Hold still, buddy. It's twisted in there. Damn it. I've never seen one that hard to get out before.
No. Now those pliers is getting a little bit of advantage, but not much.
Right through that hard part.
Well, he's got another in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Got that rattle trap right crossways with his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted it. It's like that.
That's a nice, another 4 pounder or so. Looks like that plug's working.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does. Yeah, when they get that thing crossways, they're wanting it, Wes.
Yeah. You got him in a better place. You had that last one.
Yeah. Well, thought it did. Now I got him hooked down in there. Can't get my plug out of his mouth. There we go.
Alright, we got him unhooked. Let's put him back. That's a nice one. Alright, let's catch another.
Okay.
Got another big fish in back of this pocket here. Oh yeah. He's a good one.
Yeah, get up here before you break my line. Alright.
Got him hooked in the jaw again. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, them hooks right there are dandies. I'm telling you. There you go,
Good
man.
fish. Let's put him back and get another. He's got a big in here.
Get him on camera now. There he is. Got a good picture of him? That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one right there.
Okay. Hold still. Wish you had the dip net out, Wes. Got him.
Hold him up there. Oh yeah, he's good. That's a good fish right there. Look at the belly on that thing. He's definitely been feeding a lot.
No, she's got eggs in her, bud.
Oh, that's
I don't know what I'm gonna do with you.
Lord have mercy, that's a big fish.
Yeah.
All right.
That nerve bumping 6 pounds, Wes.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
Let's get another. It's a small one, but little one's got to eat too, just like you said.
Yeah. He's got it crossways in his mouth there.
Yeah.
Ain't he?
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Alright.
You like them?
Got another in here.
He ain't a monster, Wes,
No.
like you've been catching, but he's a fish.
Yeah. Alright, let's get another. He's got another monster here. I'm doing something wrong.
He ain't as big as them others, but he's a good keeper.
Yeah.
Good keeper.
He's 3 pounds or better.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy.
Alright. Let's get another.
All right, folks. Well, Mike, Wesley done a pretty good job on filming there. And so, you know, them fish was, from you viewing the film, since you wasn't with us, what do you think was going on there?
Well, he's definitely hitting that rattle trap. And I have to say one thing, Wesley did do a good job of filming, even if he did take the rod away from him every time he caught one.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, you got me on that, Mike, I guess. Yeah. So, but anyway, you know, what was going on right there, that third fish that he got on film was a male fish.
Yeah.
Everything else there was a female full of eggs.
Yeah.
And them fish are staged up, or they were. Now, I don't know what this cold front done to them this week, but they're, and then I noticed today they pulling the water back down again.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and used to, normally it's full by the 15th, and that was Tuesday, and then, like I said, they're pulling it back down. At work there, you look right out on the river there, and the little sandbar across the channel there had water over it this morning, and 3 o'clock this afternoon, there's a lot of it showing.
And drying up.
So they're definitely pulling the water down, and that's not helping these spawning fish, which the fish, you know, none of those fish I caught there Saturday a week ago were spawning or anything. They wasn't fanning the nest or anything like that, but they were in the area staged up. Now, those fish were in a little old pocket there, a little cove right there off the main channel, and what it was, it had a little finger going this way and a culvert back here, and those fish were laying right off the, you know, you throw that rattle trap in there and in a foot, 2 foot of water, and the minute that plug cleared the bottom, that's when they hit it.
Yep.
Because they were laying right there on the side of that little old gully there, and you know, getting ready. You know, they just staged up. They're pre-spawn fish, and they are post-spawn. They just you know wasn't ready to do their thing.
Yeah, it's warmed up and ready to eat real good.
Yeah, that's basically about what it amounted to, and but that was the, you know, that's a little tip there. You know, you like I say, you throw that rattle trap in there in a foot of water, and that thing's all over the bottom.
Yep.
And a lot of those little bass now, they hit that thing when it hit the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they, you know, you didn't much get the reel engaged and get a crank through on it, and they'd be on it. The bigger fish was laying out there, right there, just where it rolls off, and started getting a little deeper. So that's a little, you know, little tip there, you know, on what those fish were doing.
Yeah, the crappies pretty much doing the same thing down there too. I talked to Mr. Everett down there this evening, and he was going down to Dickey Valley to put in. He said he'd been catching crappie down there, and said they'd been up to Douglas, and they'd been laying the boat full up there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Crappies all moved into that shallow water, and they're tearing them up everywhere.
Yeah, that's about what's going on, Mike. It's right now is the time. If this next full moon coming up, I think they'll be on the bed. There'll be some fish caught. So, that's the thing. And they may have already been some down there this full moon if the water had been full.
And that cold spell might have knocked the temperature down a little bit, but you start getting them days back up into them 80s, and you can see that water temperature shoot back up there, start hitting in them 70s, and back of them shallow hollers and stuff. So
Right. Well, you know, and I know the carp has been shoaling down there for almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
that kind of thing. So that's another indicator. All right. Before we show this next film, it's on the crappie tournament they had down there at Kingston City Park. And I wanted to thank some people before we get to that. Just had a great time down there. Reynolds Racing and Marine, those guys that work down there, Junior, Tipton, Dan, and Trampas, and Paul Copeland. Paul come in there. He had 30 fillets, and there we had the oil hot and waiting on the fish to clean them, Mike, and all that good stuff. And Paul had 30 fillets on ice. He brought it in there in a cooler, and he started cleaning and carrying fish. Well, I tell you, Paul, I really appreciate you. It's Eli's grandpa, and I want to thank you greatly for your support. Then we had Jerry Duncan Ford. They supported brought some drinks and all that kind of stuff in there. And Jerry's Bake Shop had some gifts, some door prizes to give away, so had a great time. But anyway, we're going to show you some of that weigh in and let's see those crappie.
Hey folks, we're down here in Kingston with Reynolds Racing Marine, Food City, Let's Go Fishing Show, a couple more sponsors, Jerry Duncan Ford. They're having this community crappie tournament. We thought we'd come by here and see if we could lend a hand, get some film, and see how the crappie are biting. So stay tuned, and we'll see if we can catch the weigh-in. Hey folks, we're just now getting started here on the weigh-in at the community crappie tournament, and got Tony Gallagher's up there getting his fish weighed. Trampas is the weighmaster, so we're going to see how this goes here, and I guess me and Dan's going to be the fish cleaners, but we also get to eat more than anybody else, so that's a pretty good deal. Pretty great deal. So we're good to go. Nothing wrong. Did you zero it out with that on there and that bag in it? John says that's right. That's a kind of piece. Yeah, I just weigh them all into the same bag. Whichever one it was, I caught it. I caught one. I caught one that day, Darryl. You caught it? 10 inch. Oh. 1.05. there, and I'll get them here in a few minutes on camera. Let them tell us how they caught their fish. Hopefully.
A nice thermos. Water and water. Or, you what?
All right.
Okay. Matt wrote back green. Right here. If he wins, he has to give it back. John Russell. Hey, look at that big oil tank. Jody Tipton, that resident, Jerry Duncan Ford. 3 years an acre.
Frills.
An acre. Okay. He can't win his own thing. He goes on this. Basham won a 3 oil changes. This will be another very big job. Priority Keith Martin. Okay.
They don't need it.
I want to get one.
All right, folks. I'm telling you what, if you weren't there, Mike, you sure missed some good eating.
Oh, I guarantee you I did.
I mean,
I can smell them all the way over at work.
my wife Sherry and Christy came down and brought Wesley down, and if it hadn't been for them, I don't know if we'd got enough fish cooked or not. But when they got there, we went over and got the oil hot, lit the cookers up, and then here come Mr. Copeland in there with those 30 fillets, and them women breaded them things up, man, and had them things bubbling in that oil, and it wasn't but just a few minutes they was done, and it's as fast as I could go back into the cleaning room and get more fillets, and it just you know, and Benny Sharp, he was there, he was helping clean fish and that kind of thing, and down there, boy, we had a good time and had a good eat. And also, too, I forgot to mention Food City of Kingston supplied us with a bunch of potato salad, coleslaw, and hush puppies. And Central Auto Parts there in Harriman, Jody Tipton at Jerry Duncan Ford, and Reynolds Racing and Marine, and then Channel 12 Let's Go Fishing show. So we all had chipped in and had a good time, and there was a lot of questions about, man, you going to have this next year and all that kind of
stuff. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guarantee.
Hey, boy, I tell you, man, it was good, folks. So,
time I got off work, you done had them all eat anyway.
Yeah, I was done headed up back home at 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. We done had them bagged up, and we cleaned a lot, had a bunch of fillets, and Trampus took them and gave them to a needy family there close to him, and that we didn't cook. And so, you know, it was all about the fishermen there. They brought the crappie in, and I tell you what, it's hard to squeeze them crappie out of them crappie fishermen now. Yeah. They don't like to give them up that easy. No. If they wasn't going to eat, they didn't give them up. So, but you can't hardly blame them, folks. I'm going to tell you, you can't hardly blame them. But we did have a good time, and they had a pretty good little deal there. So we're going to move right along here and get into these announcements. Since Wesley caught all them fish down there, I'm glad he let me wind them in.
Yeah, I am too.
I know he's watching. He'll be tickled to death of that now. But anyway, that right there will go on down. And Herschel, how about showing our sponsors, and I get a drink of water. Okay, folks. Folks, remember those good sponsors there for the show, and give them all your business that you possibly can. And mention the Let's Go Fishing show whenever you do get there. Until we get these ads hooked back up, hopefully it will be in the next few days we'll be back to normal. But remind those sponsors about you appreciate them sponsoring the show. And remember, Bunch Marine, get on their website, Reynolds Racing Marine. About every one of these sponsors has got a website that you can go and look at their merchandise or the boats, whatever they might have to offer. So don't be afraid to use that and that kind of thing. Tim's Tire, man, Price Shop them for sure. Edgemore Outdoors, Mountain Pizza. And their karaoke on Saturday night. Their pizza specials, Mike. All kinds of stuff, about the sponsors that you could just go on and on. And Knox Area Rescue Ministries, anything you can do with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Citizens Bank, all kinds of bank services, They got electronic banking of all types, and I wished I was up to date on that, but I'm not. I'm like Mike. I like to deal in
Cash.
Cash?
Cash.
Yeah, okay. If I had some, I like to deal. When I've got it, I like to use it. So, but you people that know how to do this, things on the computer and that kind of thing, they've got the electronic banking of all types there at Citizens First Bank, and give them a chance to give you tell you what they got to offer and get your business. The sign shop down there, Amy and Adrian, political signs, all kinds of signs. They just mounted a bunch of a lighted number or letters on the front of a building down there this past week, and all that kind of stuff. So they can do about anything you need on the signs and that kind of thing. So. Remember those folks, and we'd appreciate it. Tennessee Sportsman's Association, Mike, don't want to forget that.
No.
That's what last week Jason Langford was talking about, that North Lake Task Force.
Yeah,
And
sure was.
that's exactly what's in right here. And the only thing about the Tennessee Sportsman's Association is they got that's the voice that he was talking about.
Yeah.
And can get with these commissioners and stuff when they have their yearly meeting and voice the concerns of the fishermen and the sportsmen here in our region.
That's right.
And so don't forget about the Tennessee Sportsman's Association there, Jack Raines and those folks, and get signed up for that for sure. That'd be greatly appreciated. A quick note, the Denali rod offer over at Edgemore Outdoors. Remember what I said, you buy 2 of those rods, you register them, you go fish a Heartland tournament. It's an extra $250 if you win the tournament. There's 10 boats or more. And I've not seen but a few of those that didn't have 10 boats or more.
For sure.
But that's a good deal there. Then also Jim's got those Lewis Tournament Pro reels and Tournament Series reels marked down. So remember that little episode right there. And then let me see. The Clinch River Charter Trouts Unlimited, or chapter of Trouts Unlimited, and Buzz Buffington and that group of people, and they got the July the 12th Clinch River cleanup. That's be here before we know it. Wanted to mention that again. And then got something new here. Sign shop done took care of that. TVA Sport Fish Survey schedule. They were at Watts Bar Dam Tuesday, at Caney Creek Wednesday, and then they were at excuse me, they were at Blue Springs Wednesday, and then they were at Caney Creek today. So, if you didn't take advantage of that, folks, when I talked to John Justice Tuesday morning or Monday afternoon, he and I talked, and he had, I think, 9 people signed up for Tuesday, 10 for Wednesday, and then 9 for today. And I was going to try to make it down there to the dam Tuesday and go with them, and I didn't get to make it. But folks, I tell you what, that's something to see. When you get to thinking about all the fish and there's not any fish and that kind of thing, it's really something to see. But that Tuesday, you know how bad the weather was, but there'll be some good information on that right there. They'll have that posted up here by next week. If you get on the website, this TVA, let's see, I typed in TVA, and it shows you several different TVA things there, and get on that sport fishing survey information, and you'll see how many numbers of fish they got and all that kind of stuff. Be some good information for you if you didn't get to make it, and then that'd be something next year you might want to keep in mind to go check out. So that'll be a good thing.
They may be back later in the year. Do it again.
Their schedule now. I think when they leave here, if I'm not hold on, I'll tell you, Mike, exactly where they're going. See, they've been on Wilson, and they've been on Nickajack. Then they come to Chickamauga, then to Gunnersville, to Wheeler, Pickwick, and then to Watts Bar, and then they're going to Fort Loudon next week now, folks. The 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. They're going to be at the 22nd. It'll be Yarberry Peninsula, Carl Cowan Park, and then at Louisville. So, and then they're going to Douglas after that.
Yeah, I think they hit them lakes about twice a year.
Yeah. Well, this is right here's their schedule. Started out, in March, and they go up, but that's for this year. Then next year they'll be back, but they are going to, I knew they were going to get Fort Loudon, but I didn't think they'd be going to Douglas. But they are going to Douglas.
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing right there. So if you might, if you're one of the Douglas fishermen, Fort Loudon guys, they're going to be over the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And you can still may get on that. They just take so many. Herschel, do we need to take that call? Yeah. All right. Hello, caller. Hello? Okay. I hope we didn't cut them off. All right.
Maybe they'll
call back. But yeah, they'll be going to Douglas, and that's let's see. Okay, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, which is next week, to be on Loudon, Fort Loudon, and then the 29th and the 30th, they're going to be at Douglas, and at the dam on the 29th, and then on the 30th they'll be at Swans Bridge. Dandridge Bridge on the 30th, May the 1st at Swans Bridge. So 3 days on both on Douglas, 3 days on Fort Loudon. That's usually the way their schedule's set up for 3 days. So remember that, Fort Loudon 22nd, 23rd, 24th. The Douglas is 29th, 30th, and May the 1st. So, they're covering pretty much, Mike, from, at the dam, middle of the lake, and then in the upper end of the lake. So that's Louisville's pretty good ways up the lake from the dam there. So at Fort Loudon. So that's a pretty good deal. But if you want to get on that, just like I said, TVA, and then just go to the Sport Fishing Survey schedule, and you can get information. And it gives you a phone number to call and get yourself signed up. I got an announcement here to make. I A guy called me Tuesday, wants to be a sponsor of the show, and he wanted me to mention he's got an open house at Rocky Top Outdoors. This is going out of Lake City there on Highway 25. Mike, it's Rocky Top Outdoors grand opening, Saturday, April the 26th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It says here Highway 116. Address is 2639 Highway 116, Caryville, Tennessee, across from Cotton Doors. And they're going to have live music, inflatables for kids, food and drinks, and cotton candy and prizes. So you folks up that way, be a good thing to be looking into right there. It's April the 26th on Saturday. It's going to have the grand opening, Rocky Top Outdoors. Let's see. Andrew Howard is the guy that owns the business. And like I said, I talked to him Tuesday, and he's wanting to be a sponsor on the show, and I told him I'd be up to see him hopefully before the week was out. Can't afford to turn down them sponsors, Mike.
No.
Got to have them. But folks do remember that, and I don't know exactly what all Andrew's got to offer, but be a good place to check out and see. So, Mike, have you made all the announcements? No?
No, you still got to talk about the free fishing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Kids' Day. The Kids' Day, June, which that whole week, or that weekend's free fishing for. Yeah, that Saturday is free fishing for anybody in the state. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and but now don't forget that, folks. That's the free the Kids' Day, free fishing day up at the hatchery at Clinton on June the 7th, and I think he said that was going to start about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, Mike?
Yep.
Wind up, 8 to 1, and. Ages 3 to 15 or 4 to 15 or 16, and that you heard what Jason said. They wasn't going to turn anybody away, but we had a good time up there last year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, looking forward to getting that done again. So, Herschel, take another little break and get some more water, and we'll show the sponsors and come back to the phones. Shoot far. What is that? We just got 14 minutes left?
Yeah.
Huh?
12 minutes.
Oh, okay.
8:48.
Oh, okay. All right. I was looking at it wrong.
8:46.
Okay. Good deal. Shoot far, Chief. You've done
47.
drunk off. Mike, you want this tea or you want half of it?
No. Drink the more coffee. You going through any of these here?
Yep. All right, folks, we're back. So you got the phones on, Herschel? All right, good deal. Mike, we're going to talk about these tournaments coming up here now.
Oh, yeah.
This Tennessee Valley Championship Series, presented by Bunch Marine, Ranger Boats, Trident Boats, Cherokee Distributing, and it says qualifying for the Bassmaster Classic, Mercury Motors, that kind of thing. Folks, that thing's going to take place. The first qualifying tournament's going to be this Saturday on Loudon Teleco, and it's guaranteeing $5,000 first place. And so with a $150 entry fee, and need to get in on that. Get on the website there at Bunch Marine, and you can pull everything up. I was hoping that it would say whether you could pre-register tomorrow, or you could pre-register, or you could register Saturday morning of the tournament. I don't have that information on this brochure here, but other than just the payout and that kind of thing. But give them a call down there at Bunch Marine, and find out what you need to do to get in on it if you're interested in fishing in this tournament trail. And sounds like a good deal to me, Mike. The $5,000 guaranteed first place.
I'd love to be there.
Yeah, I would too. Wished I could. So we'll lay that one aside and take a call. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve Cox.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Buddy, I've been not able to call you here. My daughter came in from Spain and spent close to a month, and with my brand new little granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And wasn't able to call in, and I wanted to there a couple times, but I just couldn't. The 1-year-old granddaughter took your place there, buddy.
Buddy, hey, if you're going to be second, that's a good thing to be second to.
Hey, a couple things, and I heard you talking earlier there. Me living here on the water, they said several years ago that they were going to quit bringing the lake up to 740 until the May 15th.
Mm-hmm.
But they were going to bring it to 739 by April 15th. And, that means a lot to some of these property owners and the boat docks.
Oh, yes.
The ramps.
Right.
Tennessee Wildlife, I think they're all about the fishermen, wanting to make things better for the fishermen, but doggone it, I'm just not sure TVA cares about that, the fishermen or the tourist trade that it affects. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And I hate to say that, I'm not running them down, because if it wasn't for them, we'd have never had lakes, so I'm not crying from a standpoint of they don't care, but I just wish they would take the tourist trade and what it means to the tourist business around here for all these small business owners, and do what they say and bring that water to 739 by April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
The thoughts on that, Steve?
Well, Mike, it used to be that way. And I was telling the guy about Norris. I remember in my younger days, when I was in high school and stuff, we'd go up there and fish in March, and that lake would be full, especially by the 1st of April.
Right.
It was held full,
Yeah.
and in the weeds and the grass, so that when the fish got ready to spawn, I used to pick Ronnie Brown up. Coach Ronnie Brown.
Absolutely.
He had the bus duty, and I was in study hall last period, and he'd pitch me his keys and say, "Go get the boat." And I'd go get his truck.
I was there one day.
Yeah, and get his boat, and buddy, when that 15 after 3 bell rung, I was sitting in the parking lot, and he'd come running out the door, and we'd be gone.
Yeah.
And that was in April, and the lake was plumb full in the trees, and so, but they doesn't do that anymore.
And I understand that flood control comes first. I mean, after all, that's what they were built for. But we've had plenty of rain.
Oh yeah.
I don't think flood control's got a thing to do with them not raising that to 739 by April 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And so what would the reason be? Except for being contrary about it.
Yeah. Well, Mike, what you
I think they got caught with their britches down and got too much water there when they had to open north floodgates and everything, and I think they're gun shy of it, and they don't want to get caught like that again.
Yeah, I just think it's just a shame. But like I say, it's not like I'm pounding them, because if it wasn't for TVA, you know, a lot of lives
yeah.
have been affected by TVA for the positive side, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm certainly not slamming them at all.
Well,
I sure wish they would.
let me tell you this.
Owner in mind when they're doing this stuff.
Yeah, let me tell you this. When I bring you your shirt, I'm going to give you a little a letter, a 2-page letter. You know, the administration's wanting to privatize TVA, trying to sell it, and it was brought to their attention about why TVA was established to start with.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, for flood control and navigation and provide power for the valley and to better the people in the valley.
Yeah.
And that last sentence there has been something I think's been looked over and forgotten. To better
Go
the people.
water running again or something?
Huh?
Is Go water running again or something?
I don't know, but I want to bring you that and let you read it, and you'll I think it'll put a lot of light on what you're talking about. You know, and I don't know why they keep playing with the water. Mike's right, but now to think back, how many times since 1970 has those floodgates been opened up there at North Dam?
Yeah.
A couple of times, I can
A
remember.
couple of times.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I've heard too that there was one time here on Watts Bar that they almost got in trouble with all the rain and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But only one time, and I started
Right.
fishing this lake in 1954.
Yes, sir.
So not since 1954, only one time did they, you know, feel like they were close to being in trouble by raising the water too soon, and then all the rains came and
Right.
you know, started going over. You know, they had to build that 2-foot berm, so now they can take the water up. I think to 747 or 748
Mm-hmm.
to hold the water. But only one time in 60 years. You know, that's pretty low odds. You know.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand them racing it. You know, like I say, I'm not bashing them because, my goodness, I'm glad we've got TVA.
Right.
Hey, one other question, and I
Okay.
wanted to call in, but I had my little granddaughter with me. When you had the Tennessee wildlife there
Yes, sir.
on the show, I've got a pontoon boat. Got my stickers on it, but the floods caught me last year and ruined the front end, my sheet metal, and I had to take the stickers off. And I went with vinyl up there so the stickers wouldn't stay on the vinyl, so I put it on wood. But I lost my main sticker on one side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got your Tennessee State sticker, and then you've got
Right.
the numbers.
Yes, sir.
But one of them came off of that wood. What happens if I loan this boat out? I'm not going to be going out in it, but, you know, I let people borrow it. And, I've got the sticker on one side, on the port side, but on the starboard side, I don't have that state sticker. What would be the ruling on that? Do you know?
Mike, I know how I feel. I think the numbers that you display on your boat is for an individual to identify you. Where when you get pulled over by them, you know, they want to see your registration card.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
But I'm all legal on that, and especially if they look at one side of the boat, I'm fine.
right.
But if they look at the other side of the boat, I'm not fine.
Yeah.
Until they renew my stickers, you know, for the year, which, you know, and I think I had them for 3 years, so, and it's coming due this year, but not until July, and they'll send that to me in the mail. But I'm a little bit illegal until now,
Mm-hmm.
till July. But if you're saying it's okay I'll tell them.
No, I'm not saying. You get me and you both put in jail. Yeah, we'll both be in jail.
I just wanted to get it from somebody with authority, and
not me. Mike. Don't do that. I'd be more than glad to call Jason and ask him.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope TED from Powell calls in. He was blessing me there a few weeks ago, and I wasn't able to take up for myself, so maybe he'll call back in. I don't never knew his name. He would only say TED from Powell.
Yeah, I think that's him calling in now.
Well, good. I hope so. He needs to act a little better on your show.
All right, here we go.
Good talking to you guys. Holler at me, buddy.
Okay, buddy, I'll be seeing you.
All right, see you now.
All right, bye. Yellow.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I seen you said your bubblehead buddy there didn't bring a rod or a,
No, the lure, he didn't bring nothing.
but did he bring his teeth and his daggone fork?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know he did. If he thought we had some fish to eat, he missed out on it down there Saturday. I done told him.
Yeah. And another thing is, you said the boy that's fishing with you there the other day, he said something about the big bellies and they'd been eating good.
Yeah.
Was he talking about you or the fish?
I think he's talking about me. Yeah. I tried not to bend over there a time or two so he wouldn't show me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sort of looked like an eclipse of the sun or something.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
You can tell your buddy there that with that one sticker, he might as well go ahead and donate another $7 to TWA.
I think that's the best thing for him to do. Yeah. All right, we got 15 seconds, man. I'm glad you called. Call in next week and let's talk a little bit.
I donated $28 last week for a 65-year-old man for fishing license, so what the heck?
All right, buddy. Folks, see you next week. Okay. Man, you're still...